Yo, what's up, y'all? This is Tef Poe representing the Crow Life Movement. You know what I'm saying? I'm here with my boy, man. We building with ULSTN Media, one of the media powerhouses of St. Louis, Missouri, one of the media powerhouses of the region. He been doing it for a long time. He's certified, he's stamped. No smut on the man name. That's where you need to come if you're really trying to do a real interview with a real media representative. They got a pulse on the culture. That's why I'm here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. This industry is my top op. Fur coat on the Bucks floor. Broke niggas wanna pop shots. By any beast, this mental beating is necessary. I'm straight devoted, most of my motives are legendary. The 9%.
This is ULSTN Media build series specifically for independent artists and creators, platform specifically for independent artists and creators. I got a very, very special guest in the building with me today. He's a St. Louis legend, done some of everything from, standing up for the culture to breaking barriers in music. Man, it's so much to say about him, but Tef Poe.
Man, thanks for having me, man. We've been meaning to link for a long time, yo. We be linking in the streets, though. People don't know that. We link in the streets. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. But, it's such a, great to have you in the studio, man, because it's like we were just talking about how you've done so much, and it's so hard to prepare for you because
Man.
It's like it's so much we can get into. It's
Man.
like which angle you want to take.
Every time I do a podcast, especially with the St. Louis homies, because they've been with me for the whole journey. You know what I'm saying? Through all the different transitions and stuff. So they always say that. That's what they say. Everybody say that top down. Like, bro, all the people who know, like, bro, I've been following this from this to this to this. He was, so I understand, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. And you still breaking barriers. Still, man.
Man, I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate it.
Heck of a run. You like a jewel.
Man, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it for real, bro.
Yeah,
for
man.
real.
It's your first time on the platform. Definitely not gonna be the last.
Nah, not at all. Not at all, man.
But since it's your first time, what I do with everybody is I kind of try to go get their origin story and then we work our way up to the present.
Okay.
So my first question to you would be, how would you describe your childhood?
Oh, man, that's a great question, man. I had an average St. Louis childhood, I feel. You know what I mean? Coming up in the 90s. It was very black. It was very, working class driven. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we had money, sometimes we didn't. Mm-hmm. My mom was a good mother. She tried her best. And so I come from a split family. So my biological parents broke up when I was young.
Okay.
And then I was raised by a man named Anthony Berry that my mama met. Mm-hmm. And he became my father, basically. But I still had jewels and the DNA of my biological father in me too, and that's where a lot of my art stuff comes from.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever develop a relationship with your biological father?
Yeah, for sure. I remember being around him as a kid, and a lot of people don't know that Black Spade, the rapper, the singer, that's my older brother. So,
bro. Black Spade is your brother?
Yeah, Black Spade is my big brother. Yeah. Yep, that's my second oldest brother. I got one brother older than him, then Spade. Then I got a brother named Rasheen. We call him Wicked. Then I was born, and then I got two sisters up under that. And then my mama got a whole separate family from my daddy, you know what I mean? So I'm her oldest child, you feel me? But I'm my daddy's youngest boy. You know what I'm saying? So it's that dichotomy in my life. But mostly since I was her oldest child, she got four kids. So she got me, she got my sister, which I got a sister which she had with my biological dad. Mm-hmm. And then she had two boys with her husband, Maurice and Mario. Mm-hmm. So I was primarily raised with them, but it was always a little overlap in me from my father's journey and his DNA and all and so forth.
That's what's up, man. Like, cause the song "Make Spade Proud," I didn't know that was your act. I'm thinking you mean like brother, like you know what I mean. I didn't know that.
Yep, man, that's my blood brother. So when I first started coming out, doing my music, he was the portal for me to get into the game for real, because he was already doing his thing in the underground, moving around. Spade was already, when I was jumping off the porch, Spade and them was already trying to build a whole like record label, studio. Dudes was cutting like they were knee deep in the business of independent music. You know what I'm saying? And it was a lot of figuring it out, and I was just around while they was doing a lot of figuring it out. So I got to get a very, very young start in the game.
It's starting to make sense now. That's your big brother. That's who gave you the game.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Who were some of your early musical influences growing up? Man,
great question again, bro. I think about this a lot lately, because I'm starting to write more, about my life and try to put some of this stuff on paper. And sometimes we skip over like the real early influences, the name influences that we want to name, right? But I gotta give a lot of credit, if we talking hip hop, to MC Hammer, man. As a shorty, as a kid, before we even get to anything else, you know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause I couldn't just, I didn't live in a house where I could turn on NWA. You know what I mean? I remember my mama bought me a little boombox for Christmas when I was real, real young. But it had a NWA tape in there, you know what I'm saying? And she pressed play on it. She left the tape in there because I don't think she was like tripping, because she was like, these kids don't really know what it is. But when she pressed play on it mug, she was like, you can't listen to that, they got too much cursing. But me and my mom's had the kind of relationship where, when I was young, if she said don't do something, I pretty much ain't do it. So, she left the tape in there, I ain't trip off of it. But when I got older, Hammer had cartoons, Hammer had shoes, Hammer had conscious music to a degree, you know what I mean? He would be telling you about like praying, he'd tell, you know what I mean? He was taking care of his people, you know what I'm saying? And we knew or heard of or saw people from St. Louis who was working with the man, like people he came through here and picked up and took on the road with him. And me and him got to exchange a little bit later in life about just whatever. And he was like, yeah, man, I got a whole connection to STL, man. You know what I'm saying? I got a whole connection. So I definitely got to give MC Hammer his props, just as being a positive hip-hop figure that was also strong, you know what I'm saying? It was also masculine, and he was getting to the fettuccine too. You know what I'm saying? He was getting to the Lucci, you know what I mean? That boy had that money. So, and then, after that, I get into my traditional hip hop experiences with, I'm from the Midwest. I love Bone. You know what I'm saying? Tupac. It's a lot of, you don't know Tef Poe music if you don't know it's a lot of Pac in my stuff, man. You know what I mean? I'm a child of Machiavelli. You know what I mean? They messed up my destiny killing that man, bro. I believe I would have been signed to Machiavelli Records, bro. You know what I mean? So it's all
huge. Definitely would.
I believe it, bro. I believe it in my mind. In an alternate dimension, I'm rolling with Pac, dog. But
definitely,
you know what I mean? So Pac, Nas. Jay-Z, I think Jay-Z is like the coldest, just like, for Jay-Z is like my Langston Hughes, you know what I'm saying? Like, he just a cold poet to me, you know what I'm saying? Killer Mike, Jeezy, you know what I mean? Like, if you put all that stuff in the blender, you can start to kind of see how I become.
Man, you know what? You one of the few artists that's that unique, to where you can get all of the people you named are like in you.
You hear it in the music, period. You hear it in the music, you see how I walk, you know what I mean? I'm a huge Nipsey fan, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm a Nipseyite, you know what I'm saying? Like, they say like, dang, man, is it that serious? Yes, it is that serious. It is, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I can see a lot of Nipsey in you, man. I remember when I met Nipsey, he just had like this presence about him. Like you knew he was great.
Yeah, I opened for him and I felt that.
Yeah,
he had a aura on him, man. That was just very. It wasn't even like an intense aura, but it was just like a very bright aura. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He definitely one of those people that, like, you can tell there's something about this guy,
Mm-hmm,
and you got
sure.
the same type of spirit.
I appreciate
you know what I'm
that.
saying?
Yeah.
Like when just being around you, like it's. I don't know. Even if they don't know what you do, it's something about.
And people always tell me that I just end up. It's crazy, bro, because I'll be just minding my business in life, and I'm a very quiet dude for real. To know me, this to know like I'm kind of introverted. You know what I'm saying? But I just magnetize people towards me for some reason. You know, like I could be in a scenario and I just look around and be like, dang, why I got 25 to 50 people following me? You know what I mean? Like, dang, all right, man, dang. You know, so I definitely understand. It's been something that has proven itself to be real.
Some people just born leaders, man. And I think you one of those.
Word, man.
You definitely one of those, man. When did you begin rapping?
12 years old, maybe a little younger, man. So I had spent one summer that I can ever really remember, tangibly remember, with my pops and my brothers. And when we were there, my dad had like a crib full of records, and my pops was an artist, but he wasn't an artist, if you know what I'm saying. He was me and Vito dad is one of the most legendary kind of street pharmaceutical dudes St. Louis has ever known. You know what I mean? And we talking like before like the era of Crips and Bloods and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Like a true blue dude from St. Louis when it was a populated city, and our parents was the children of them people coming off them plantations, you know what I mean, trying to find somewhere to be. And he ain't have no parents, you know what I'm saying? He was a bit of an orphan. He was raised by his siblings. So when we were at his house, life kind of reflected how he was raised. You know what I mean? Like, he had like a lot of technology that probably wasn't even out yet at his crib. You know what I mean? So I leave that house after a summer, and I'm watching Vito and his homies. They teenagers at this point, Black Spade, and he rapping way back then. He chopping samples way back then. He getting instruments out the trash and playing them way back then. He formulating rap groups and producing people way back then. And he didn't even have no concept of what the heck he was even doing. He was just like trying to do something with his friends and stuff. And then our dad had so many records in the living room because, I mean, I probably shouldn't say this, but you know, the story is the story. He used to hustle, you know, to, I don't want to say the name of the record store, but one of the owners of a very popular record store locally. So he would get broke off with like whatever record he wanted. So we had multi-genres of music in that crib, you know what I'm saying? So those are the records that Vito took those records, my brother did, because my daddy gave them to him. And all them beats you hearing, them samples you hearing, all of that, man, them come from the same records we used to see when we was kids, man. So life is wild like that. So I started making music. I wanted to make music. Well, I ain't gonna say I wanted to make music. What happened was I was watching a TV and Vito and them was making a tape with his friends. And I said, yo, can I rap on that? He said, no, you're gonna mess our tape up. So, because I didn't know nothing about no rap. I just saw them doing it and wanted to do it. So then I end up, going back to my mama crib, you know, they not there. And then I just started writing and doing, basically imitating what I saw him doing, cutting my own little tapes on a little Fisher-Price radio. And from that day forth, I pretty much been true blue to this hip-hop thing. I've been knee-deep in it ever since then.
Man, when did he let you jump on something?
Man, not until years later. I was grown by the time we started making music together.
Yo, is it true you taught Young Ill how to rap?
Yeah, I'm gonna get to that because all of this is connected. All of this is connected. That's very true. Young Ill will tell the whole world that, and that's the thing I love about Ill though, because he ain't never not said that. Like,
Okay.
he could be in front of Method Man. He could be in front of Conway the Machine. He could be in front of Smack. It don't matter. He ain't never not said that. So, and the thing is, it ain't a matter of me trying to little bro him. It's just the fact.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I used to be around Vito and them niggas. And then I left. And maybe it was a yearning because I wasn't around my family and I wasn't around my brothers. So maybe that music thing was something that like made me feel like I still had a piece of them with me. You know what I mean? Because after a while, my mother kind of wasn't feeling my pop's energy, and you know what I mean. You know how that go. So, Young Ill is my little brother Maurice's. When we was growing up, they was best friends.
Okay.
So we all went to the same school, But I'm older than them, so I ain't spend that much time around them at school.
I got you.
But when they used to come up to the crib, they probably spent summers at my mama's house. You know what I'm saying? All the kids did, right? So my mama was an educator, so she'll watch kids have little daycare programs or little stuff set up to watch. You know what I'm saying? The neighbors' kids or the community kids and stuff like that. So Ill and them was some of the kids that come over to our crib. You know what I mean? And man, I know the whole Bell family. Like, you know what I'm saying? They whole family know me. I know they whole family. They know my whole family. Like, we grew up dang near with our families incorporated. You know what I'm saying? To the point where if it's so wild, like if somebody in his family was to mess with somebody in my family, it'd feel weird because even though they not genetically related, we just spent that much time with them.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
So, I started rapping in my mother's basement on the internet. You know what I'm saying? First, I would cut tapes coming home from school and try to get it off. And then the internet had little message boards and battle boards and all that I could get on. So back then, 56K modem, getting on that mug. And even back then, bro, I BS you not, I'm in North County rapping to the world from the basement. To this day, people still come up to me and be like, you the dude used to be in the Yahoo chat rooms. Like, that's how hard we was going in them joints, bro. That's how hard we was going in them joints. We was on them joints like we was really finna get up out of here rapping on that computer in that basement. So, Ill used to get on there with me, my brother Mario. Mario stopped rapping and got real religious at a young age. Like, he started preaching at like 13. This dude preaching sermons at church. And like, he was like, I don't want to rap no more. Damn. And the crazy part about that is, and Ill know this, we all know this. Ill nice. I think the whole world knows that now.
Yeah.
But Mario, if he would have kept rapping, oh my God, bro. Dude was a beast. A beast. He used to call himself Revenue. He never wrote no rhymes. And to this day, even to this day, somebody asked me last night, hey man, what happened to your brother that used to rap? I said, dude was rapping at like, he was a kid. How do you even remember him?
I mean, Ill is one of the best to ever do it to come out of the city. And you telling me Mario.
Yeah.
Was,
so
if
back
he
then,
kept,
he was crazy. People still ask me about this dude. Like, and he ain't even like it wasn't like he was seriously rapping. It was like a childhood thing he picked up since me and Ill was doing it in the house. You know what I'm saying? And me and Ill kind of took it serious because once we heard our voices, even on something as juvenile as some stuff we was recording at the house, we just knew we could do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So
some years go by because, like I said, I'm older than them. I get out into the streets and start trying to become Tef Poe. You know what I'm saying? And, they take a different route. My brothers and, Young Ill, they younger men. So and I was not that older than them. I'm a young man myself at the time, but I'm hanging out with my big brother. I'm trying to find a way into the industry with him. And, they young men just finding their way in the streets. So he ended up, hardcore battle rapping and stuff.
Yeah. And
it initially started with, man, these stories people don't even know. I used to sneak Young Ill into the High Point. So, and now that I'm older, you know what I'm saying, I know the big homies knew that now I know that they for fact had to know that he wasn't of age.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know they had to know that. But back then, we maybe thought we was getting it off so long. I used to tell him, I said, look, man, I'm going to take you up here. I ain't supposed to get you in at all. You know what I'm saying? Uh-huh. I came in the door sneaking to get in. I just got old enough to get in myself without going through some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Without sneaking in. But I'm going to sneak you in the same way I used to sneak in. So same way me and Rockwell Knuckles used to sneak in, I'm going to sneak you in. So I sneak him in. First night at the High Point, this dude is a kid, young Ill, the Ice Pack Ill that we all know. Get up there and murder it as a kid.
How old do you think he probably was?
Man, dude had to be like 17. Man. 18, barely. If he was 18, it was barely.
Man. And for those who don't know, could you like explain what the High Point days was for those who not from St. Louis and don't understand what those days was like?
So when you watch 8 Mile and you see like Eminem and them at St. Andrews, and you know you see them having like this proving grounds for local MCs, and that's what High Point was for St. Louis. It was where all roads would meet. If you thought you was nice, if you thought you had motion, if you thought you had buzz. And what I liked about the Point was it didn't matter what dimension of music you was making. So street dudes was up in there. Lyrical Miracle dudes was up in there. Dudes that was a little bit of both was up in there. And for me, that's why I learned to become an ambidextrous MC, so to speak. Because stuff that might have been nice on the internet in the more like word-heavy, lyrical, compound sentence, multi-syllabic circles, in person, you can't really remember them raps. You know what I'm saying? Like them some complicated raps. Damn, nigga, you think you expect the deck? You know what I mean? Like, okay, we get it. You want to be Jizza in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? This nigga think he Pharoah Munch. But so them raps wasn't always ready made to spit again. You know what I'm saying? So you got cats from St. Louis coming up in there, man. They spitting illustrious street tales. You know what I'm saying? They making it seem like they the man sliding down Natural Bridge in a Cutlass, you know what I'm saying, to go holler at they gal or something. Like, these niggas is spitting capers. You know what I'm saying? So I had to learn how to adapt to the environment of what the ears of people could pick up lyrically. And that's what the High Point did for me. You know what I'm saying? Because you could be booed in the High Point. That's what a lot of people don't know. You can get up there and the crowd could straight up boo you off the mic. And that would happen. And
I think that's one of the things about being in St. Louis too. You come across so many different styles. You know what I mean? And
like, come on. It's the land of mystic styles. And so imagine this, bruh. You got the High Point where, you know what I'm saying, cats is going every week from every hood, whatever, right? Some cats might find out about it late because one of their partners come down and say, oh, nigga, we got to go down there next week, go get Greg. He going to murder everybody down there. Because everybody got a partner that's the coldest, right? Especially back then. Right? I got a homeboy that'll air this mug out. That's what everybody thinks, right? So everybody bringing them through there, you know what I'm saying? And some cats is coming in there getting busy. I ain't going to lie. That's St. Louis, pound for pound, bar for bar. I have been all over the world. Some of the most ferocious MCs is in St. Louis. If I really got to go pound for pound, I'm going STL in Chicago. Like them, like rappers in the trenches just waiting for an opportunity to rap, and when they open their mouth, they gonna be nice. I'm going to Lou and Chi-Town, dog.
You know what? You so right. Now that I really think about it, St. Louis and Chicago.
I'm going to Lou and Chi. You want to see somebody at the bus stop? Just hey, ask dude spit some bars. I bet he got something. On my mama, I bet he got something. So. Real stuff.
Get busy.
That's coming up in the Lou, bro. So imagine they got this building where all these types of cats is coming. Some cats driving up because they been serving all day. Some cats been working all day. Some cats catching the bus from Belleville. You know what I'm saying? But it don't matter because when they get up in there, they about to catch wreck, bruh. They don't give a damn. So some niggas would come in there prepared to battle people because, like, I might see you get on the mic three weeks in a row, and I start seeing, dang, the crowd really drawing off, bruh. Like, bruh get a whole month of that, he gonna be the man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a whole month of that, bruh gonna be the man. I'm gonna interrupt that next week. He don't even know I'm doing it. You know what I mean? Mug be the thought about it on the car ride home. Like, yeah, I'm getting dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to clip dog. You know what I'm saying? So you always had to be ready in there, man, because there was no respect of persons. You know what I'm saying?
And he'll come in there with you, 17, getting busy.
He might have been younger to keep it for real. I can't. The dude was a child. I have to emphasize this, dog. I got to emphasize it. Because I used to just throw him to the wolves, you know what I'm saying? Because that's how, truthfully, that's how Black Spade and them did me.
Yeah. Yeah.
They just had me on the pavement, battling grown men, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, that's all I knew, bro. If you want to be in it, this is the route you got to take. You ain't a killer till you kill somebody that's a certified killer, dog.
I think that's just how it go in St. Louis, man. I think. Yeah.
But yeah, man, Ill will come up here too. We gotta get Ill up here, man. He'll tell you the whole. I want to do an interview with Ill, which I've never done. Nobody got us both on camera talking long form, and the stuff that would come out in that would blow people's minds. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, listen. You gotta get him. You hear them put it out there. You done put it out there. Ill gotta pull up now. That's for sure, man. Dang, you see what I'm talking about? Talking to you, man.
Bro, we just getting started, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all. But this, hey man, I will tell you, dog. This what it's like when you really on that goat mountain, man. You know what I mean? And when I talk to guys like Bodine, who you know he got his own island now. You know he one of them goats now. You know what I'm saying? The thing about being a GOAT, bro, is you have so many experiences in the process of being able to become nominated as such, right? And I ain't saying like, I don't use the term in terms of like arrogance or, gaslighting my narcissism or something like that. What I'm saying is, you know what I'm saying, I have not dodged no fades in the St. Louis rapper lifestyle. You understand what I'm saying? And I've been doing it for a very long time at this point. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And what does that mean? It means I take the good, I take the bad, I take the ugly. And I live my life in the way that I'm acknowledging the fact that the career started a long time ago. So unless I done made some public announcement that the career is over, it's still ongoing. You know what I'm saying? So when I look at cities like New York, I look at Atlanta, I look at Los Angeles, they have something that we don't quite have in the sense that people allow their legends to grow older in the culture, to grow with the culture, to become permanent pegs in the culture. You know what I'm saying? Your New York hip hop gonna keep its Fat Joes. It's gonna keep its Jada Kisses. It's gonna keep its Styles P's. Styles P's and all of them. You know what I mean? What I'm trying to represent for us is what I always was trying to represent is a real MC is clocked in. You know what I mean? And from the perspective of it started out with trying to become a real MC, and then down the road it's like now I'm trying to just be an actual artist, a template of what an actual artist is long term for people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm allowing you to witness what it's like when a person understands and knows that this is all a journey, and I'm living it out, rain, sleet, hail, snow. The story will be done for me, man, when they put me in the ground. I think I'm going to be sitting across from you when I'm 65. You know what I'm saying? You be like, dang, dog, you just dropped another one. Yeah, nigga. I'm keeping it going, nigga. They ain't took me out yet, nigga. I'm in here.
But you know what? You got to be like that to make it here. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like in the city that we come from, I think you one of those examples of like, if you make it out, what it's gonna look like. If you, like you said, you ain't You ain't cut no corners.
No corners. I took every fade the game. Every fade the game gave me, nigga. Every fade. Chin up.
Yeah.
Chin up. Y'all ain't ran me out of town. Stop all the cap. Stop the cap. Just cause I be gone, y'all boys ain't ran me out of no damn town. You niggas smoking. I'm the real POE, not the fake one, dog. You ain't ran me out. It's the Lou. I'ma always get love in the Lou. You ain't got the power, the ethics, the economics, none of that to get me up out the STL, baby. Black St. Louis, I feel like this. I chose my team a long time ago, and sometimes to the detriment of my career, because people would be like, "You just got off TV, but you just said whoa, 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 whoa," and it's like, yeah, bro, but that's because I picked my horse. My partner Jay Stretch, if you know me, you know Stretch. He been with me since this all really kicked off. Mm-hmm. And he always say this, you got to pick a horse, right? My horse I picked was Black St. Louis. Mm-hmm. That's the horse I picked. So if that horse gonna win, I'm gonna win. If that horse gonna lose, I'm gonna lose. That's the horse I picked. I ain't never like flip-flopped. I ain't never, hey, now I'm over here. No, it don't matter where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter who I'm with. It don't matter what room I'm in. Obama, the Pope, it don't matter. I'm from the trenches of a Black St. Louis, Missouri experience. I grew up going to the Candy Lady house. I'm never going to forget what that felt like, bro. That's just what it is. I can't wipe that off me, man. I can't take no shower and wash that off. You know what I'm saying? I grew up playing in a real backyard in ULSTN on Plymouth and Stephen Jones. You know what I'm saying? I grew up playing on Stephen Jones before they changed the name to Stephen Jones. I was on Plymouth and Stephen Jones, dog. Straight up.
You definitely one of them ones, man. I gotta skip up a few quick.
My bad, man. I'm on my Ric Flair right quick, man.
You perfect, man. You perfect. You doing what you do, man. Like, how did you begin writing for the Riverfront Times?
That's a crazy saga that happened with that, because it happened with me running my mouth on the internet.
Okay.
I used to run my mouth a lot more on Facebook. Not so much these days, but I used to. I'll be good for all day long bombing on that Facebook. So, the editor, the music section, hit me up. The music editor hit me up and said, "Man, you ever consider doing some journalism and writing for the Times?" And he said, "We'll give you a column and you can write about whatever you want."
Yeah.
I said, "Whatever I want." Now you got to be careful with me, gang, because whatever I want could be. I don't know if you want to do that. You know what I'm saying?
I was reading one of your articles just the other day.
I mess around and get this whole paper shut down. Tell me some whatever I want, man. Nah, but that was the stipulation.
Yeah, I got you.
So I tried to keep it within a certain realm of not going too far, but I also enjoyed pushing the boundaries, because I know that I'm writing for this white ass newspaper. You know what I'm saying? And I know they really kind of only enticed by me writing because I got the visibility at the time. I got on my own. I'm drawing at that time stupid online demographics that I didn't even necessarily need the paper, because I was already kind of doing my own version of like a black political shock jock kind of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I ain't had no problem like throwing gasoline on the fire. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that's what enticed them. You know what I'm saying? They knew that I could draw people to and sometimes it could even be a little polarizing. You know what I'm saying? But on the internet, polarizing works.
Yeah.
I
mean, like, your time there, man, like, it did so much for the St. Louis independent underground culture.
I feel like we've never had nothing like it.
Never.
I feel like we've never had nothing like it.
Never. Like, and we've had some good writers. Nobody.
And let me tell you something I never told nobody else about me working for the Riverfront Times, bro.
Mm.
It made me a more selfless artist, not selfish.
Mm.
And it's funny because people sometimes would create, like conspiracy theories at a certain point. Like, oh, he only messed with these people, that people, that people. But if you really look at the Riverfront Times era of my career, man, every week I was putting somebody new on. Like I was putting people on. Like folks in the biggest newspaper in the city. And you're going to be able to see your music, your face, words about that in there. And I wasn't doing like negative write-ups about people. I wasn't tearing nobody content down. If anything, I was just doing my part to make sure that certain people became some form of a household name, because I got to authentically talk about the artists, the voices, the people, the subjects that other people probably weren't going to write about.
Man, like, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't even know some of the artists that I had got introduced to reading your articles. Because I remember when you put them out, you would have the name, the link to the music, the videos, all that. And I'm going through them like, everybody hard, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And man, so
everybody hard.
I did one the day my album dropped, War Machine 2. I don't even know if I could ever do this again. I thought about doing something like this again, but I wouldn't even it would take me so long that I don't even know that we just live in a different climate. But I wrote that 50 St. Louis artists you should know article.
Yeah.
And man, so many people was in that thing that had been in print media, never been in the Riverfront Times, never got exposed to. We talking about this thing going out to at least a readership of 1 million. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man. But what people didn't realize is, I'm not I'm not a real journalist in a sense. Like, I ain't go to school for journalism. You know what I'm saying? So me doing some of this stuff was me choosing to kind of be the real N-word that I got in the building. Like, this is me saying we in the building now, so you ain't got to worry about if you're going to get that coverage. Somebody that know you exist going to write about you. But I was ineligible for myself to be put into certain positions, because now I got a weird position where it's like, yeah, you're an artist, but the paper got to sustain journalistic integrity. So, I couldn't be on the cover. And this is at times where I got the biggest tape in the city. I got the biggest going on, and I can't be in the so it's just a reflection of me, where sometimes you got to fall on the sword for a greater motion of progress. Because sure, I couldn't be on the cover no more, but now I am affecting the St. Louis zeitgeist in a way that do I really need the cover? You know what I'm saying?
You kind of don't, man, because it's like, you was using your platform, you know what I'm saying, to put everybody on, man. Like,
I wanted to create a movement.
Yeah. You did, though. Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, man, like, you did, though.
In retrospect,
nobody has ever done that.
It feel good to hear you say that, and I appreciate it, dog, because that's exactly what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I just wanted to create a movement where I knew when you read in the Source back then, or the XXL back then, or the rap pages back then, right? They be talking about rappers that only people from around there, like, you don't know, why is Tragedy Gaddafi in the Source every week? Because somebody in New York messed with Tragedy Gaddafi, right? So we got some dudes in Jennings that somebody messed with. We got some cats in the JBL somebody messing with. Shoot, I'm going to write about them. They in the clubs. This is my rap universe. Just like that's yours, where I got to be bombarded with some cats. I don't know nothing about, I ain't picking nobody out, but it'd be some random New York East Coast rappers in those publications that, like, in the greater scheme of things, we only know them because they institutions stood on business about putting them out there. So, like, why wouldn't ours do the same thing?
Yeah. I mean, like, and that's the thing about you is, like, you're not just like any old, writer. like you somebody who's got your own platform.
Yeah.
You already, you know what I'm saying, the top, rapper in the city. And now it's like, yo, I'm writing for one of the biggest, newspapers in the city. And you know what? I'm bringing the culture with me.
I'm bringing
you know
them
what
with
I'm
me. Sorry, I'm bringing them with me. The inmates are running the building now. Like, that's what Jay-Z told DMX when he took over Def Jam. He said, dog, the inmates is running the building.
Man.
That's what it was for me when I was up there, man.
Man.
I pushed the boundaries.
Ain't nobody done it like that. And since before or after, ain't nobody done it like that.
I pushed the boundaries, dog.
Yeah, man.
Pushed the boundaries, man.
Bro, so many stories.
But they told me after one of those articles where we had put everybody on like that, like one of the bigger ones I did, where they told me, they said, man, this is our biggest day of impressions in the history of the paper.
I can believe it.
Because prior to that, folks that look like us didn't have a reason to really give a damn about the Riverfront.
I was just going to say that.
You know what I mean? We reading The American. We reading Kenya Vaughn weekend section. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I did not trip. I didn't trip off the Times for real until you got there. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
That's the only time I tripped.
I mean, it's gone now, so I can say it. It's shut down, but back then, black people felt like the Riverfront Times was like a weird publication. Like the back pages, they had the back page stuff going on. Like you ain't really feel like, should I be reading this? You know what I'm saying? Like, and then we from Missouri, so we ain't got no context for like the Village Voice and like the like these New York papers and the New York Times. We ain't got no concept for that. Like so, like that's what it was supposed to be, but. The problem was like it was so damn white. It wasn't covering the whole culture.
Yeah, man. Man. Your album, Cheer for the Villain.
Yeah, man.
Man, to me, it was like this. And you can correct me if I'm wrong. To me, it was kind of like the St. Louis version of like Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna sit here and say I wasn't influenced by it. I ain't gonna say that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna cap like that. I was definitely influenced by that record, but also I was influenced by Prince Paul, Pretty Boy Modeling School record that he made, where he was. It was a whole concept album that was a movie basically. Okay. And it's wild because we wanted to make that record before he made Good Kid, Mad City. Okay. So, I mean, I ain't going to say before he made it because who knows when he started making it. Yeah. But I will say we had been getting them beats from Burn One for a while. We had came up with the concept. The skits are driven by real incidents. Like, so it's not real words. It's not really what happened, but Lil Greg is my real little cousin. I got him tatted behind my ears, and he died in a real incident running from the police, similar to the album. I'm gonna let you finish. So I wanted to incorporate that in there because that loss was fresh for me, and I was also a big fan of Deltron 3030. And Dan the Automator, this album, that was a concept album from a dude named Deltron, one of the hardest West Coast MCs of all time. He used to ghostwrite for, there was some controversy about whether or not he was writing for Ice Cube and stuff. I think they said him and Cube was cousins. He was a lyricist in the group Gorillaz and all that. So this nigga wrote an album basically about like the future, like 3,000 years into the future. Every track was like, it was like a movie. So I was like, how the hell did he do this? And I was just so fascinated by that album, you know what I'm saying? I had never, to this day, I ain't never heard an album like that. And so I wanted to make my own. Yeah. And it kind of just so happened that as I was writing my stuff, Good Kid, Mad City did drop. So looking at the game for what's worth, I'm like, dang, concept albums really is the way to go. Yeah. So that's basically what I had did. I decided to kind of merge all those influences of different concept records.
Man, like it's probably one of your greatest pieces of work, man. It's a classic.
A lot of people say my guy Ox Pimpin'. He said he said I would never top Cheer for the Villain. And he said it. He said it don't matter because you ain't gonna beat that one, dog.
It's it's up. It's a high bar.
The thing is, I'm gonna keep it trill. Musically, that's not one of my favorite albums.
I was going to say that, like, conceptually, it's a very high bar.
It's like a Illmatic for me, for like St. Louis underground rap fans. Like, I have to have it as a part of my catalog.
That's great. Yeah, I'm glad.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like an Illmatic kind of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I never will rap like that again.
Nah.
But it needed to be documented in that style
you could
for that
still,
time capsule.
Like in your songs and your rapping, you could still tell the potential.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
the potential was there. The concept out of this world, man.
Yeah.
You got this, St. Louis, kid who going through these different stages, and it's like, he getting into this trouble, but you get to see his humanity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see the humanity of him, and it's such a man. If anybody who want to understand like how young black St. Louis male feel coming up in St. Louis,
man, that mean a lot.
Cheer for the Villain is that
that
album.
mean a lot.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, people not from the Lou didn't really fully understand that album like that.
Yeah.
Like, I remember I
don't know. Maybe it's because I don't know where I just feel like it's where I'm from. You know what I mean?
Man, I feel like, dog.
I felt like I knew him. You know what I'm saying?
By the end of that record, you feel like you was in the damn car, bro.
Yeah.
You feel like you got to check yourself and be like, did I just... And then nobody knew where I was going with it. The first listen, you like, did he just do what? Did this just end like that? Like, ain't no way.
Yeah.
But that's how life. You right. That's how life is around here. How many nights somebody go out? That's just the night. That's it. That's their last night.
Yeah. Man, oh man, just so many.
Shout out DJ Burn man. I appreciate you for working with me. Shout out DJ Trackstar for even setting up the link up with Burn One for that. Bro, I was still washing dishes when DJ Burn One sent me them beats.
Man.
I was washing dishes at the Marriott when DJ Burn One sent me them beats. I used to take my rhyme book. I still wrote the rhymes on paper when I wrote Cheer for the Villain. I don't even know where them raps at no more. But I wrote the rhymes on paper when I wrote that mug. And I used to take my rap book to Marriott. And I'm listening to these beats, and at the time, I don't know it, but this is what's going to become, like, really one of my most important albums.
Mm-hmm. Man, like, we're trying to...
It's wild, G. It's wild, yo.
Every topic, we just get so deep, bro. Like,
and I was fresh off of 106 in Park, man, when we dropped that joint. I went on 106 in Park, went undefeated. And then we dropped Cheer for the Villain. And
champion, by the way.
yeah, undefeated champ, man.
Yeah.
And then we dropped Cheer for the Villain, but it just was so not a commercial record that, like, I go from having all that buzz to like, oh, the notion of what I dropped was like, oh, this dude finna be an artist. Like, he ain't in it to like manipulate the consumer.
It's such a listening to that project in particular, it just takes me back to the time where like your name was like prior, I think probably even prior to that coming out, it was just buzzing on like, around the city.
It was going hard.
You know what I'm saying? Like, your earlier projects and stuff like Tef Poe. I'm like, man, I'm going to the barbershop. I'm like, who's Tef Poe?
I'm gonna tell you a secret, man. I'm gonna tell you a secret. We wanted the exact reaction that you just described, and if I could give anybody advice that's starting their journey, and I think part of where we at now in St. Louis music is we don't got that bridge where guys who went down the road a little bit can look back and say, hey, bro, this was in front of you.
Yeah.
But if I could give anybody advice, it's, man, we street teamed so hard that the police was looking for us, bro. And we didn't give a damn, bro. Like, I would get in real trouble behind the scenes because of how hard we was promoting. Like, me and Jay Stretch would pull up. We ain't pulling up with 20 dudes. We gonna leave the crib ourselves. Car full of flyers, car full of posters, and we finna go crazy. Like, so we would do this one thing where we would order just so many flyers it didn't even make no sense. Like, you would order like 20,000 flyers, man. And this ain't no rap cap, man. This ain't no
cap. 20,000 flyers.
Shout out Finster, Amp Marketing. Them boys know what's up with us, man. We'll come through with Fence and them boys. Fence already had his own army. So, you know, I used to work for Fence as a shorty. That's how I learned how to do all of this. So, once I got big and had my own company and companies trying to invest in me, I was like, oh, y'all ain't got to worry about that yet. Y'all don't know I'm a mercenary killer. I get out here and hang. If I could hang Gorilla Zoe posters, I damn so can hang my own.
For sure.
So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got me out here hanging Paul Wall. I could damn so hang my own. It's on. Once I got my own, it's on. So, man, I went hard with my product because I was taught to go hard with other people's product. So, man, we would pull up, man, and we wouldn't even get out the whip, bro. People be in line, we just gonna throw the flyers out there like True story. I'm not making none of it up. We got so many of the joints. We doing drive-bys, bro. Blah. He bending corners in the Impala. I'm hanging out the window, letting it air out with them flyers, boy. People like, damn, these people crazy. But we just got known as like a very, very, very aggressive street team, bro. I remember one of my greatest maneuvers. We was driving down Manchester and, heading towards Manchester, driving down South Kings Highway when they used to have those abandoned apartment buildings before you got to Manchester. So we drove by them mugs one day, and I said, we got to hit them. I said, that's all free advertising. Like, forget a billboard. This was before I had billboards. I said, forget a billboard. That's our billboard. It's a whole row of abandoned houses. Man, we finna go ham. And we put the posters up all along them that block, right?
That's brilliant.
People driving, they ain't got no choice but to see it. Cats, that's when I knew people was like, these dudes out of control. Like,
but that's brilliant though. Like in St. Louis, it's certain areas of St. Louis that people who not from here don't know. Like, it's like rows of abandoned buildings.
Yeah, blocks of them.
That's my billboard. You know what I'm saying? That's my billboard.
That's
flyer.
But you know who I was inspired by? Other local artists who was doing the same thing, but maybe I would see the gear that they was hitting it in and say, all right, if they coming that hard, let me come this hard. So I saw early on, like, people like King, great marketer. Back then he was Hakeem. Great marketer, outstanding marketer. You couldn't go through Natural Bridge without seeing a flyer, a poster. Even if he wasn't there, maybe one of his dudes was out there on the corner, swear to God, passing out stuff, right? we come from the era of the Biggies and the Pacs and the Jiggers. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing that we aspiring to be. We, you know what I'm saying? So, like, that with a pinch of the Master P and a pinch of the Tony Draper and a pinch of the Birdman, like, that was the aspiration. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when I see cats like from other crews, not necessarily that we got smoke with them, but it's a competitive rap marketplace in St. Louis at that point. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You want to have your situation together. So I said, yeah. I remember one time I saw, that was what did it for me. It was Keem. It was, they had a group called the Young Boys. Mm-hmm. They used to market like crazy. Mm-hmm.
I think they might have pulled up on me one day.
They pulled up on it. They stayed put. This is what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? They stayed pulling up on cats. They stayed doing that.
Yo, take this.
Man, they stayed, bruh. And you living in a city where dudes is outside like that. Mm-hmm. So I could not think that I had an opportunity to make it if the mechanics of my situation weren't moving like that. You know what I'm saying? So that was important to me, still is. I still move like that. You know what I'm saying?
Man, let me get in a little bit of politics with you, man. Since you heard, man. Yeah. You one of the most notable people during the Ferguson uprising, man. How did you get involved with all of that?
Man, organic as hell, man. We was on tour, doing that Vatterott tour that we used to do every year with with the EI College. Mm-hmm. And we was just one of the acts on that tour that had a whole bunch of acts on it. Mm-hmm. And I think usually Murphy Lee would be the headliner, and that's when I didn't really know Murph back then. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He was still he still is to me, but even more so back then, he was really oh my God, Murphy Lee. You know what I'm saying? But I still hold that. Murph know that too. I still hold a deep, deep level of reverence for him as a artist, as a man, as an MC. Just over the years, just being able to see how people like that move. Yeah. It has taught me how to move. It's like Kobe watching Mike. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to watch the nigga that ain't won the championship. And I'm putting moves from the dudes who won into my repertoire of moves. So, yeah, I got involved through that, man. Basically, we was on tour, and it was a layover at the crib. I live on Athlone in North City at this point, which is 5 minutes from North County. You know what I mean? So I got involved basically because my little brother Maurice called me and said, hey, man, you see what's going on over there around the corner from Mama in them house. My mama lived right around the corner from there. Mm-hmm. So, and she always has. You know what I mean? I'm basically indigenous to that whole neighborhood. A lot of people, we gonna clear it out on your platform. I never said, and this is my authentic personality, y'all, so don't take it oh, he talking shit. People who really know me know this the real me. Fuck niggas, I never said I was from Ferguson. Let's clear this shit up. I ain't never in the fucking lifetime of my fucking life ever said I was from no motherfucking Ferguson, nigga. Mm-hmm. Now, where I am from is North motherfucking County. Yeah. Do that include Jennings, Pine Line, Wellston, Dalewood? Yeah. You never gonna take none of that from me, nigga, because I actually lived there. Yeah. You you poo-putt goddamn jelly back ass niggas can't take my actual lived experiences away from me, no matter how much you might want to do it. Mm-hmm. I actually lived in these communities. I actually walked these streets. I actually know these people. I'm sorry, it's just in my DNA. I'm a real deal St. Louis nigga. So that's what it was. My DNA was metabolized to be there. I know what it's like to go to that quick trip, nigga. I know what it's like walking down Glen Owen. Ain't no motherfucking sidewalks. Yeah. I done walked up and down Chambers as a shorty trying to catch that bullshit bus to the Metrolink over there on Airport Road and all that shit, and you waiting 99,000 hours to get on that bus. I done caught the bus from River Road Shopping Mall to downtown trying to meet my niggas to get into the studio. I'm really of this shit. You know what I mean? Like the St. Louis shit. I done did this shit all my life. So what happened with Ferguson was just that I was young enough to be angry enough to keep showing up because it was just that real to me at that time. Trying to push to get out of here, trying to push to make a better situation for even my family, and having a long list of dead homies, dead cousins, just people with broken dreams, not knowing if what was gonna happen from one time to the next. And at that time, I felt like the white populace of the city really didn't understand our pain. Mm-hmm. And they didn't understand where we were coming from with hardly anything. You know, we was trying to raise the minimum wage at that time with the fast food workers. People was criticizing that. And that was before Mike Brown was murdered, you know. And I used the word murdered intentionally because what that man did to that boy was murder. Yeah. And that's what it was, man. It wasn't really about a lot of the stuff that people might have thought it was about for me. Even the political stuff, it really wasn't about. It's just the fact that my mama really stay over there. You know, my little brothers, my little cousins, them niggas was really outside in them communities the day before. You know what I mean? I was really out there with my brother, Vito, Black Spade. The week before, we was walking them streets doing some stuff. So it affected me in a way that I couldn't turn off the noise from at least initially just going to see what happened. And then once I saw what happened, it just was real hard for me to act like it wasn't happening.
I think sometimes, like, maybe it's has something to do with the communication, like when somebody say you from Ferguson, because like I think the context of it matters. Cause like you be on so many platforms, man. Like when you say you from Ferguson, I know what you mean. I'm from St. Louis. You know, that's what you mean. You know what I'm saying?
And even furthermore, I'll say like we from the Ferguson movement. Yeah. Which is the movement that started in Ferguson. You know what I'm saying?
So I think anybody who try to come at you.
But ultimately, you want something real too though, bro? Mm-hmm. That's all white people magic tricks. Yeah. Because what the hell do it matter if you from Ferguson right here and Delwood right across the street? Like y'all niggas sound crazy, bro, trying to legitimize first of all some fucking land that's broken up and delegated in a way that don't even make sense. So cool, you from across the street at a place that they call Ferguson. I'm from across the street from a place that they call Delwood, Northland Hills, 10209. If you stay in that house, you stay in the house me and my whole family was raised in. But you feel what I'm saying? So like, what?
Just trying to be defensive.
What? You know what I'm saying? We came from Pine Line to Jennings, from Jennings to this. We came from Wellston to the P. It's all the same, man. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro.
With you being out there and as you getting more involved with things, man, like, what are some things that, you know, I guess you learned that you didn't know about politics, about the nonprofits?
I learned a lot.
And how it works.
How real power moves. You know, we were very idealistic back then. You know, we had a lot of ideas and we had a lot of assumptions about how stuff worked. I remember sitting in my living room on Athlone and thinking, like, how long is this going to go? And when I say how long is it going to go, like, how long is the discourse between the people and the system gonna go on? Like, now that it's been agitated to the level that it had been agitated in St. Louis, I was like, damn, bro, it'll never be the same. Like, and it hasn't been the same in a sense, you know. It's people dead, it's people in jail. You know, I done lost relatives behind some of this, you know what I'm saying? Loved ones, and then I didn't even lost a piece of myself in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times I can't really reflect on the person I was before I started dealing with some of this stuff so up close. Like, because it forced me to get more cutthroat than I might have had to get in the rap game, more cutthroat than I might have had to be dealing with some of my partners from the streets, because the rule book that they playing from is a totally different rule book. You dealing with people in some cases that have dropped bombs on countries, that have induced famines upon lands unnecessarily, that have locked up people and plotted secret assassinations, and they looking you in your eye, telling you that they just a foundation leader, or they not a government official with power. When you start peeling back the layers, a lot of that be cap.
That's why I got like so much respect for you, bro. Cause your life was like literally like you was taking it there, man. Like you would literally take it there, and it's like didn't nobody show us nothing, bro.
Yeah,
they didn't show us how to deal with a situation like that.
Nah, they did.
What I mean?
Yeah,
to where the
man,
whole world is watching.
You teaching, bro.
Tanks.
You teaching.
It's like
on the block. It's tanks on the block. It's tear gas on the block. It's white boys that ain't never even came down here. They down here for days at a time now.
And you say,
you know what I mean?
I'm coming back. You know what I mean? You look. I'm coming back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was on the road with them. Like I said, I was on the road. We was at home. My brother called me. I remember that. I told Stretch, because me and Stretch used to live together at the time. I said, dog, woo. And fast forward, I couldn't even imagine all that stuff was going to happen.
And your career was on the up and up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Extreme up for me.
It was some of it, where you was really coming into, you know what I'm saying? Who you are now.
Yeah.
But it's like
that same summer, before the uprising kicked off, Scarface hit me up. Because here's what people don't even know, the real story. After 106, we dropped Cheer for the Villain. The album do real good. I mean, great. You know what I'm saying? We selling hand-to-hand copies, and we was independent and established, and getting established too. And but we was having some issues with the label a little bit. The distributor, the people funding us, all type of shit was going on, because they wanted me to go in a particular direction that anytime we kind of experimented with going in that direction, my fan base would kind of push back on some we see it. You got a lot of versatility, but we don't really need you to do that like that. So we was trying to make some decisions to try to preserve the Tef Poe brand so that it could exist today back then, because we was really fighting to keep what we had built low key. And they responded to that by basically financially freezing me out. So people who ain't never been signed don't know, you know what I mean? You if you don't get no stupid ass advance, then you get kind of like a quarterly check. You know what I'm saying? And you basically living off of that quarterly check until you get your next check. And sometimes it functions like a stipend. Yeah. You know what I mean? But it's really your paycheck. And they wanted me to sign a contract that would re-situate the situation. And the only person that could sign that particular piece of paper was me. My management couldn't sign it. They had to have my signature on the paper. When I analyzed the paperwork, I was like, yeah, this kind of going to put me in the same situation as everybody else. Not really being able to dictate what I want to do, how I want to do it. I'm going to end up having to pay y'all niggas back, in copious amounts of money that, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got no bad situation with no labels that I ever been signed to, but at the time, that particular situation could have ended kind of bad. So I ended up dropping a song called Dear Mr. Scarface, damn near out of frustration of the situation, because I just knew I wasn't going to be a certain type of artist. And that song was, so long and real and busting up the norms, ain't had no hook. I put the song out. I leave the house. An hour later, the song viral. I ain't pay nobody. I ain't call nobody. I put the song on SoundCloud. An hour later, bruh, the song has total, complete virality.
Yeah.
Karen Civil is retweeting it. It get to the point where Scarface calls me. He hit me on Twitter, DM me directly like, bro, send me his number. I called the number the first time. It was the wrong number. He had left one number out, a Mexican dude there. So I call again, his face on the other end. Yo, they ain't like us, homie, they ain't like us. And he said they not like us back then. This is a true story.
Scarface.
Face Mob, man. That's my dog. But, man, he pumped me up so much with that conversation because he was, we was building, we was talking, and that's where the Tef Poe and Scarface connection begins right there.
Man, you know what, Tef, bro, like, man, I hate we gotta finish, but we gotta finish.
Man, we gotta do it again, man.
We gotta do a part. I'm gonna do a special.
We will do. We gonna get it back in, man.
With you, man, because
man,
an hour ain't enough.
We gonna get it back in, man. We gonna get it back in. Honestly, bro, we could figure it out. I want to do something where you pull up, listen to some stuff off the new album.
Man, bro,
you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
We do something major, man, because I'm working on a new record right now, man. And what I'm trying to do, it's funny you brought up Cheer for the Villain. I'm trying to make this mug like 1 part Cheer for the Villain, 1 part War Machine, 1 part Black Julian. Like I'm trying to take my best pieces and merge them into some universe.
Sound crazy,
you know,
already, man. I can't wait for it. Can't wait to do it.
Yeah, dog.
I appreciate you on the jumping on the podcast, man. Thanks again, man. Part 2 is definitely coming. With
I apologize, y'all. I got so many stories, man. I really apologize. I got so many stories. We ain't even get into 1% of them joints, man. Like, I could tell you some stuff that are just, I mean, man. Just, I got stories, man.
Man, we gonna get to it.
Stories.
Appreciate you again, bro. We're gonna do it again, bro.
Love, bro. Thanks for having me. I've been wanting to do this podcast for a long time.
For sure. We've been wanting you too.
So, yo, like my man said, part 2 coming. We gonna figure it out.
We gonna figure it out. All right.